Scrapbookers and Creative Friends. I'm Linda Petuch. I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Jupiter, Florida. So today I'm going to share, in Thursday Thoughts, I'm going to share prepping to work on an album away from home. I'm not going to be in my scrapbook room, in my office, so I had to plan ahead to be able to be away from my stash. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to share Power Layout. I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide, and actually I have written out the guide step-by-step, 1 through 19 steps that are in the description below. So if you would like to take a look at that, you can screenshot that or whatever you'd like so that you can follow along if you'd like to try it the way that I did this. There are different ways of doing it, but this is the way that I have found to be the most successful for me. So let me get started by showing you the basics. The first thing you want to do is you want to choose the subject that you'd like to be creating your album about, and then possibly even the cover set. This was easy for me because I'm going to be doing my album about puppies and pocket pets, because we've had a lot of pocket pets over the years. So I've decided to do an album that's from the time I was an adult away from home until my current fur babies that I have. So this was the album that I chose, and I also have the for $10 you can get the embossed edging on here, the spine, and which, by the way, if you do that, keep both of your spines, keep the original and the one that you have embossed together on your album, and that way it strengthens it a bit. And also, you notice I've taken them off for now, because while you're working on the album, you don't want to be pushing down on that spine. So while you're creating your album, take those spines off. So I've chosen my album cover set that I'm going to use, and so then the next thing you need to do is you need to have pieces of cardstock or cardboard. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be photo safe, because the idea is you're not going to keep your photos here for very long. So some of these are just pieces of cardboard, 12 by 12 cardboard. If you have cardstock, that's great too. This is an old Creative Memories gift box. We have gift boxes now with some of the bundles. You can use something like this to store it in, but this is where I store my Power Layout cardboards and cardstock. This is what I'm using though. I'm using the Creative Memories photo safe storage bin for the photos, so that way I don't have to worry. They are going to be put in the album very soon, but just in case, I just don't want anything to happen to them. So once you've chosen how you're going to store all of these, then the next thing that you need to do, you need to take all of these pieces of cardstock and you're going to spread them out on a table. I use 2 tables. I have photographs that you'll see how far I spread it out. I had to do two. Actually, it was my cropping table, so it's 3 8-foot tables put together like we use for my crops. And then I used my dining room table as well. And then I had a separate table just for tools for cutting and all of the punching and so forth. So you can see many LR sticky notes here, because I use and reuse these until they no longer are sticky. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay out your cardstock, starting with right, because this would be your title page. So you start with the right one. This would be your title page, and then you continue and you go left, right, and the last page that you'll have will be the left side, which would be the last page in your album. Okay, so this would be your first page, or maybe title if you want to make a title page, and then the last one would be the last page on the left in your album. Now, after you spread out all your cardstock, then you're going to start putting photographs down. Now, this is not my title page, but this is the first one. So you'll see on here, I have the photos that I'm going to put on this page. I did make a little title for this puppy, and I also added a little sticker, but I haven't adhered them. This is the paper I'm going to be adhering it to. So I have the designer paper, I have the photos. Then after you get all the paper, all the photos out, then if you want to go out back and you can corner round and do that work now, if you want to corner round your photos, that way that'll be finished. So you go through, and as you're going through, you also get all your pictures and everything out ready to go. Then I decided I didn't want to just use all traditional pages. I decided I wanted to mix pocket pages. I love those top-loading pockets. So I used some top-loading pockets. I also used some of the multi-purpose pages. Not multi-purpose, multi-pocket pages. So I included some of these pages. So here, because here you can get 10 photographs, you can get photos and then allow for a couple for mats. But then I also included the top loading pages. The bottom in here, I also have my page protectors. So once you've figured out what you want to do, the way I did it this time, because I was adding these pocket pages, I had to change the way I put everything back in the box to start working. So what I did was I started putting pages in my album. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this was my title page, which I used for my last video when I made the with that kite, the diamond kite recipe template. So anyway, so this was the title page, but the page that I just showed you, Trinken. This is the material that's going to go on this page. Here's her designer paper, and these are her photographs, so this will be what's going on there. But because I added these top-loading pocket pages, I did leave the cardboard out on the table for the pocket pages. But now that's two sides. You've got a right and a left. See, I still have them even labeled. So what you can do, though, instead of stacking up the pocket page materials, I just dropped them into the pockets. So I started by loading my pages. I looked at what was spread out on the table. The first page was going to be a traditional page, so that I put that in. Then I saw that the next two were going to be a pocket page, so then I put those in. Well, the next four. Yes, the next four would be pocket pages, and so I put the materials inside. This next page was going to be traditional, and so forth, all the way through. And go ahead and get the materials. Leave your cardboard there until you're ready to stack it. But it'll hold the place there for you in your order. But this way you can be sure that you've planned ahead and already got those pages in there. I've never done it that way before. This was an old page from my demo album when I was a Creative Memories consultant years ago. That's when I first learned about power layout, like 35 years ago. So these are, you see I've made notes to myself. Just little hints so I remember. Okay, make sure I have the right one. This was our one little hedgehog we had. This was our bunny named Cupid. Some more pictures of Cupid, but I've already put those in here. Another bunny, and so forth. And then you see I already have stickers and other embellishments, a little photo mat. I'm sorry, journaling mat, and things that I need there. These, if I had pre-made pages, of our pets, I put them in here as well. So this was Dora and Sonic. So I had these here, and then I decided on the back of that, I was going to put birds and turtles and so forth. But as you're adding the pages, look at what's on your table, and that way you've already done all the planning and all the preparing, and it makes it a lot easier so that you don't have to worry about, now you could, if you forget, you could add a pocket page in here because that's pretty flexible. But I just thought it would be easier to just have it all in here, already ready to go. A couple of pages I already had finished, or I've planned. These are not adhered, but I pretty much planned them, so I know how they're going to go into the album. All right, and again, little hints, notes to yourself. So we don't have to go through the whole thing, but you can see by putting the pocket pages here already, that really saves time. Now on these multi-pocket pages, I had so many pictures of our Lola, and I decided to use the multi-pocket pages. I've adhered them. I didn't corner around them because I thought this looked better with the squared edges, but I have left a little bit of space for notes I might want to make, or embellishments or something. Okay, and then I got back with more notes and so forth. Did the same thing with our little tequila. Did pocket pages for him and so forth. Oh, and I decided I wanted to insert the adoption papers for this little guy. We didn't have them for all of our babies, but we had them for him. So I put that in here, and then some more photos and plan that I've made. This was another one I did for this was the diamond kite. I used that. And if I had any pre-made borders and this is not really, this was like a partial page with the punch on there. I went ahead and decided where I was going to use them, how I would offset them. So you kind of plan that and then put it in there so that you're ready to go. Okay, and let's see, another pre-made page that I had. And I'm just going to keep flipping. I added another little one here. Oh, here's my other diamond kite, Paco Taco. I said I would show it to you when I did my power layout, and there he is, Paco Taco. This was that diamond kite that I demonstrated my last video. These are some pre-made borders, pre-made pages that I had, and since that was easy to do, I just added the pictures on there, photos on there, so they were ready to go. And at the back, see, this would be a left side, and I already know that I'm going to put the birthday puppies on here. But by having the pages and the type of pages that you want in the order, I think that really is a good help. So once you've done all of that, then you're going to start stacking your cardboard. Now, when you do that, it's kind of hard in this little space to show you, but when you do that, the very last page that's going to be in your album will be the bottom of the pile. So this would be, it was the happy birthday. I don't want to move it too much. These are the happy birthday puppies. That's going to be my last page in my album. This will be the first page that I need to work on because I already have made my title page. This will be the first page that I'm going to work on. So that's why I have this one on top. So when you get to where you're going to be working, all you do is open the box and then you open your album. I can sort of kind of do that for you here. Open the box, open the album, and that first page is going to be the page that is here. And then you can get started. And then when this one is finished, the next one, I don't have to do this one until I get past the pocket pages. So my pocket pages are here. So I'll do these 4 pages. Then the next one that I'll need from the stack will be my baby guinea pigs, which are here somewhere. Those definitely look like hedgehogs. Oh, I'm sorry. Baby guinea pigs are over here on the other side. Okay, so that's what you do. So you just keep working through, make yourself notes so that you can refer back to them. Okay, and you just keep going until you get to the very end. Now, once you've finished with all of that, now as you're working, also I mean to say, as you're working along, if you see that you have too many pictures here to accommodate, but you want to use them all, this would be a good spot to pop in a pocket page in either in the pocket here or on the cardboard that you're using. Or you can just have them with you, because then as you're deciding, maybe you think it was going to work okay here, but you need a peekaboo pocket, you'll have them with you then to change that. Now, after you finish all this, then it's safe to put your spine back on so that you can protect it and keep it. And as I said, you want to put, I'm not going to put it on because I haven't worked on mine yet, but you want to put both of them back on. Usually one at a time works better. And that way you have your album completed and ready to go. I truly have found this to be one of the best ways to organize and really take a look ahead and plan. And it was really critical to me, since I'm not going to be working at home with all my stash, that I have that. Now, I did pack for my trip. I did pack my foam squares and tape runners, all the adhesives, but I'm also bringing along some pre-punched shapes, you know, puppy footprint. I don't know how well you can see all these puppy footprint. These are little squares that I have pre-punched Creative Memories paper squares that I might want to use for letters, for sticker letters. I have some little camera punches, the paw prints, and what else do I have in here? Some little hearts and leaves, because with all my guinea pigs and rabbits, I need a lot of greenery and foliage. I also put I have some mats either for photos or for journaling, and some more little stickers and things that I thought I might use as well. And that, have my tools, I have my multi-purpose tool, all those kinds of things in here. I'm not taking too many punches with me because I've done most of the planning and I pretty much know what I'm going to use. Well, I hope this quick overview gives you an idea of the usefulness and the great idea of planning your album ahead and having all those pieces together. Now, I'll report back after my crop away from home if I actually had everything that I needed and how well it went. But I have done power layouts with albums before, and it really is a beautiful thing when you've already done all the work, because when you're cropping with other people too, you want to be able to have conversations and that kind of thing. But if your planning's already done and you're finished and you're set up, then it's just a matter of doing your layout while you chit chat. And that's kind of a fun thing. So again, you can look at the directions I have. I've put a guide, information with links to some of the products that if you don't have them, and you can check them out in the description below. I thank you for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I appreciate your support. And if you don't have an advisor, I would love to be your advisor. Thank you so much for watching. Happy scrapbooking.